Hello, and welcome to 5-Minute Math. Today we are looking at the 7th grade concept of volume. This is standard 7.9a in the great state of Texas, and we are using item number 17 of the 2023 released STAAR test. If you haven't done so already, please go ahead and take a moment to pause the video, work this problem out on your own, unpause it, and we will look at our answers together. So we have a tent here in the shape of a square pyramid. And the side lengths are 7. We've got the height is 6.6. We need the volume. So before we get started, let's actually just figure out what is the volume of a pyramid. Right? So we see that, and that's right at the bottom of the screen. We've got volume of a prism, and we've got volume of a pyramid. So the pyramid is 1/3 base times height. Okay? It's going to be the same for a cone as well when we start working on that next year in 8th grade. So 1/3 base times height. Let's write that down. Volume equals 1/3 base times height. Now let's draw a picture here. Okay, so we're going to draw a square pyramid. And we're actually going to pretend like it's a tent here. And let's just assume that, there we go, there's our square tent. Now, what do we know about this square tent? We have a side length of 7 feet, and since it's a square, right, we can just put that right there. We know it's 7 feet all the way around, right? So that's a square base, even though it might not look like a square. Now, here's the interesting thing, is we have this height right here, the height of the tent. Remember, this is not one of the slant height. We're not looking at this, the edges going up. We're looking at the actual height. And I have to draw it like right here. It goes to from the vertex up at the top to the middle of the base. Okay, and so it's a kind of hard to see because I've got it kind of hidden behind that one side right there. But that height right there is going to be very important. 6.6 feet. That's all we need. Since it's a square base pyramid, if it's a rectangular base or triangular based, we would need all the sides. But since it's a square, we know that, right, all 4 sides of that base are going to be the same 7 feet. So I need to find 1/3 base times height. So what does this base mean right here? Well, this is kind of tricky because base actually means the area of the base. So the height is the height, right? But the area of the base, well, the base is a square. So how do I find the area of that base, right? So that's going to be 7 times 7, because that's how you find this area of a square is side length times side length. So that's going to be, look at this, I'll go ahead and rewrite it. 1/3, then I'm going to say 7 times 7, or 7 squared, and then times my height of 6.6. All right, so that's going to be 49. So volume is 49, 1/3 times 49 times 6.6. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this. I want to go ahead and take my 1/3, right, and I want to multiply that by 6.6. But you're thinking, why would you want to do that? Well, 1/3 times 6.6 is going to be 6.6 divided by 3, right? Multiplying by 1/3 is the same as dividing by the reciprocal. And that seems like that's going to be pretty easy because, look, I can just go 2.2. So now I've just got one problem, right? I've got 49, that's what 7 times 7, times the 2.2. So now I've just got a 2 by 2. So let's just multiply that right there. 2 by 2.2 times 49, that's going to be 18. That's 18, that's 19. That's going to be 8, and that's going to be another 8. That's going to be added up 8. And then I've got my 17. Let's see, 8. And that's going to be 10.78. I need a decimal in 1, so 107.8 feet cubed. The answer is A.